I did send you a really hysterical crying voice note in February that I didn't send.
February. Are you serious? Yes. 10 months ago, I almost voice noted you. This podcast is a Dear Media production.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to the last episode of the year.
This is it.
We're doing it in New York. That's funny.
Yeah.
That feels nice, right?
So full circle.
Isn't it so funny
At
that
this
we
table.
did we don't live here. We did your engagement episode here. We did the last episode of the year here. Is there anything else?
We did
Rayna Kerrigan.
Yes.
Another really important moment in our lives. Vinny.
Canceled. No, I did think that. I thought that on the engagement episode. It's like some of these special ones feel so full circle to be here. It's so funny to be. I don't know. I was talking about this with Kelly at a breakfast with a friend this week who also used to live here and has since moved back to Atlanta. And she's like, it's so weird to come back here after you've lived here and not live here.
I mean, this is the year I've made peace with not living here.
Yeah.
This is the month I've made peace with not living here.
But we've been here a lot this year. We stay for like a week at a time and we like settle in and I live my best life, living in a hotel, having someone clean up after me.
I'm here every 6 weeks.
Yeah. You're here a lot. Yeah.
So we're going to wrap up the year here. Obviously, thank you guys. Talk about goals and what we didn't accomplish.
Goals.
Cute little list that we wrote last year.
Listen, the theme of this episode is throw your goals out.
I've already decided to not make any for next year.
No.
Like exercise.
I will not co-sign that.
I know. You're a big exercise person. All right, we'll thank our partners and we'll get into it. Thank you to Hinge. Refresh your Hinge profile early or download Hinge today. And Built, get points by paying rent at joinbuilt.com/GGE.
Yes, and thanks to Fatty15, get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit at fatty15.com/GGE with code GGE. And Rocket Money, cancel your unwanted subscriptions at rocketmoney.com/GGE. And Babygirl, see Babygirl in theaters on December 25th. Get tickets now.
So we're in New York. We did our shows. We're here for the rest of the week. And we normally end the year every year with holiday shows in New York City, but we're ending them in Boston. So the New York shows were great. We did 2 back-to-back and tons of special guests. And it was just wonderful.
It really was. I mean, at this point, we've had them all. So thank you guys for coming out for the whole tour. The tour's over. And it was incredible.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, what is she saying?
No crumbs were left. And it was so special to end here in New York and Boston. And we just thank you guys for coming out. It like means the world. We had so much fun with you, seeing you all in real life and partying with you and laughing with you all year long. But as we record, we're getting ready to head to Boston. But New York was so fun because it was so many special guests and people we've had on the podcast. Like we had Nico, Daddy Academy, who was on in the spring.
It was February. It was right before I got my chin implant.
Oh, okay.
And I know that because there was something a little wrong with the audio and I couldn't re-record it because I was fucked up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we had a video with him. We had an issue with that. And then we had John and Alex, the couple you guys know, John Booth, Alex Madison, who came on a few months back and you guys loved their episode. So they came up on stage and we had some fun with them. And then Salt Hank came up. We did like a fun thing with him. Bobby Westside emceed both shows. And like while we're here, I just want to plug Bobby. We've plugged this before, but he has an app called Adonis. And it is to find a personal trainer currently in New York City, but they're expanding, of course. And they'll be hopefully in your city soon if you don't live in New York. But it's just a genius way to find a personal trainer. I think a personal trainer is very intimidating to a lot of people, and it just does not have to be. So he has tons of the best trainers in the city on this app. You just sign up. Again, it's called Adonis, and just find one. And they can come to you. You can meet them somewhere. I don't want to like misspeak on the app.
Well, it's like Glam Squad for personal trainers. And
Yeah.
I love what he's done, and he's just been such a big part of our show. If you guys were in Vegas, he also was part of the show then, and he's just been a really wonderful part of our show. And you booked the New York Giants drumline again, the G line, and they're just like such a special opener for us every year.
Yes, and I will just speak ahead as we head to Boston, but we will have had the Celtics dancers and drumline. We got them both together. Couldn't believe it. They are the championship team still.
Crazy.
That was the very first pro sports dancers we ever had were the Celtics dancers in 2020, right before the world shut down.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so they were the ones that like put us in touch with the other teams. So they really started this whole thing. They took a chance on us. And like, we had the Celtics dancers in 2020. We've had so many like pro sports dancers, cheerleaders, drumline since. But to have them both together, like when I went to the Celtics game, which was one of my favorite things of the year. I went to that playoff game in back in June and like saw them together and was like, we got to get them both. No matter what it costs, we're going to do it. And then we had our strippers, of course, there from Hunkamania, Philly. They came all around with us this year.
Yeah, it was really, really wonderful.
They came to Maine. They came to New York. Obviously, they were in Philly, and we just did all this fun stuff with them, and they were just so wonderful. So we had these guys that just, traveled around with us, and they're part of Hunkamania. If you guys live in Philly, you can see them out and about on the streets taking their clothes off.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys, for coming out to the whole tour. It means a lot to us. We know you could have spent your money on Taylor Swift, and you probably did, but we appreciate you being with us also. And we don't know what next year will hold, but we've had 7 years of touring, and we're really proud of it. And yeah, just thank you for all the love and the support and everybody that's part of it. It really means everything to have you guys there and also walk off stage to all of our friends and family. And it's been really nice. So thank you very much for your support and your time and money and everything.
It has been the best holiday season, and I can't believe it's just now coming up on Christmas. It feels like it's been Christmas for months. I have been loving it, and it does feel like New York is extra Christmassy this year.
I just feel like I don't remember. I lived here a long time. Like, I feel like there's more Christmas stuff this year, just like there was like more Halloween stuff this year. Like, I feel like we're doing more.
I love it. Every restaurant, there's trees everywhere. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm living for it. I've gotten my Christmas hit to last for years.
Well, you've been doing Christmas since November 1st.
100%. And the fact that it's even bigger and better and hornier this year, it's been the best Christmas season. So we're really excited. And Christmas Day, a movie comes out that we think you guys should see.
You guys, I thought we were going to watch it at home with Ashley's family, but I'm really excited. In theaters, A24's Babygirl starring Nicole Kidman. It is just, Ashley and I went to the premiere the night before we came to New York. We loved it. It really was a movie that has like sat with me for a long time, and I've really just thought about the characters. And Nicole Kidman is a high-powered executive at a company that's a robotics company, and she has an affair with an intern, and it's all about power dynamics and kink and family and sex, and it's so horny and it's just done so well. I love the characters. It's so intense. Like you have to remember to breathe.
Yeah. We talked about it last week on The Snack, but we're talking about it again. And it was so fun to see it in the theater because so many parts of the movie were so unexpected. So you just would feel this like collective like gasp or nervous giggle or just, pearl clutching, from people in the audience. And I think it was perfect in every way. I was enthralled the whole time, never once thought to check my phone, check the time, check what I was doing afterwards. And I just couldn't have loved it more. And we talked about last week, like who to see it with and who not to see it with. But, I think bring everybody, go with everybody. But I do think it's like, I do think it would be a really fun girls' night out, obviously, and then go get like drinks or dinner afterwards and like recap it. And you can get to know a lot about somebody by hearing their thoughts on that movie and like different parts of it.
It was so spicy and suspenseful. It's an erotic thriller, and I just wanted to like unpack it for so long. And even the ending, like Ashley and I both had like different takes on the ending.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was really exciting to talk about after the fact. And we just know you guys will love it. It's so horny.
I don't think we get a lot of like surprises left in life, and especially in a movie that's like so well done and these incredible actors. Nicole Kidman's such a queen, and everybody was really incredible. We mentioned this last week as well, but Antonio Banderas, like, where's he been? And here he is, in all his glory. He was great. And I just was turning to Rayna and just being like, what? I was like, are you seeing this? Like, the very first moment when the intern kind of makes his move, like, I was covering my face, like, dying. Like, it's happening.
I loved it. And I loved it. Like, the theme of this year has been content about older women, younger men. This caps the year off.
We didn't mention that last week, and that really was a theme of the year. We had various movies all throughout this year, and like we're ending with a bang. Like, I feel like Babygirl saw all the others and was like, hold my beer.
No,
we're going to do it better than all of you.
We're doing hornier.
We're doing it kinkier than all of you. You can take your little movie. Anne Hathaway.
She's just like, no, don't text missed me. And then she just shows up in that trench coat.
Bring in Nicole. Well, and the thing is like,
I think she's the oldest of all of them, actually. I think she's the oldest
Hell yeah.
actress of all of them.
hell yeah. She was a Zac Efron earlier in the year, too.
I forgot about this.
But it's just, I think one of my issues with movies a lot is like feeling like there's not enough plot or character development and they bounce around and you're like, how did we get here? Like, it feels like we missed a lot. And I didn't feel like that at all. I felt like just the way that it played out and the trajectory and the plot, everything was like absolutely perfect. I love the way it ended. I mean, we just walked out of there and then I was in the bathroom afterwards just with like all the girlies and everyone was just like oohing and awing over this movie. So, we love it and we recommend it. So yeah, this Christmas, get exactly what you want. See Babygirl in theaters everywhere on December 25th. You can get tickets now.
Did you get everything you wanted this year?
Yeah, I would say, that's a great segue into like our goals. But yeah, the main thing this year was that I got engaged. So I feel like it was a great year personally. I think it was a year of ups and downs in a lot of ways. And, politically, the state of the country, obviously, that goes without saying. We've talked about that plenty. So yeah, so we'll talk about our goals and whether we like met them. But I always say, I was listening back to the episode of last year. The theme of the year of 2023 was like generosity and like kind of like I mentioned how our listeners are so generous with what they share with us and kind of in turn and like us like sharing back with them and just wanting to be more generous and like give back and all those things. And I think that always remains a theme. I think like patience was a theme this year.
For you?
I was thinking of how much stuff got canceled like due to weather. Like a lot of things got like fucked up this year.
We got our studio flooded.
Our studio flooded. We had to rebuild that. That was a lot of pain points there. The Lovers and Friends Festival got canceled the night before. The thing I was looking forward to the most of the year, literally this festival, the night before 10 p.m., the concert is canceled. We had friends come out. It was my friend's like 40th birthday celebration. Our Miami show got canceled due to weather.
Oh my God.
And then like by the time the show was supposed to start, it was sunny. That was super frustrating. I mean, Rayna was locked out on the balcony and she almost got taken away by a hurricane, but she survived. Mm-hmm. Like we had plans in Hawaii get ruined. Like we got so seasick. My plans in Canada on my vacation with my fiance got messed up. Like we had to cancel a boat trip when I was on that trip with Louisa. Like it just kept happening. Like, global warming, hot take, but everything was like weather. And those things feel so frustrating. And there was just like things that happened and you had to roll with the punches. Like that Vegas thing was so brutal and I still was like, we got to make the best of this girls trip. We immediately pivoted to go to Magic Mike for an example, but just like that just kept coming up for me was like plans getting fucked up, and I get it. It's just like, a privilege to have plans like that in the first place and like shit happens. But wasn't that kind of funny?
I forgot about all these things.
Like weather shit kept getting canceled.
But it's nice to look back and like feel like I forgot about them because like I've always prided myself on being the kind of person that like plan B can make me happy too. And I'm like sad that plan A didn't work out. But like you said, it's a privilege to be in Las Vegas with your friends. It's a privilege to be in Hawaii with your friends. Like to be able to pivot, it feels nice. And so I am proud of that. I think that's a good mindset to be in always. It is crazy that so much stuff happens.
Yeah. And I think just gratitude. I mean, the theme of this year for me was like love and commitment, obviously getting engaged, but just that milestone, but friendship always, and just the people around me. And I feel so thankful for my family and friends always, and my dog, just every day. But I feel so much gratitude for finding this person who is just, the love of my life, someone that is like so much more special than I ever could have imagined. And, that is just so like kind and funny and thoughtful and supportive and hot and like all the things. And I just could not love him anymore. And we want to marry each other. I just feel really grateful for that. And I've spoken about that. I don't need to harp on it. I talked about it on the engagement episode and, all throughout the year. But that was just like obviously a big theme of the year for me. And I'll wrap this up. But, the election like took a toll on me and on so many people. Collectively, I think it really affected a lot of our mental health and in a lot of different ways and feeling so shocked and so discouraged and so fearful of what's to come and the type of world that we may be living in very soon and that like our nephews are going to live in. And I just think that what we're seeing kind of happen right before our eyes, I mean, it's just I've had to work a lot on like my self-talk and my mental health to not let that take over my brain and my life. I found myself being way more distracted with even in conversations with people because like I'm thinking about other things. Like I've had to really try to work it out to compartmentalize and keep up with what's going on, but not let it like ruin my life, So I just have had to really think about that. I think a lot since November. I think a lot of people have, and just focusing on like what makes me feel good, people who make me feel good, like finding your circle and doing things that make me feel happy while still, doing what I can to make an impact and stay abreast of what's going on in the world. I think that's been a struggle for me for the past couple months and probably for some other people as well. And every year I just, drink a little less. And I think every year I realize alcohol serves me less, and especially when it comes to mental health. And that's another thing. I just think, one of these days it's...
You do keep threatening.
I listen, I love social drinking. I love the taste of wine. I love margaritas, but I just don't think it serves me. I'm still doing it. I love to have a beer with my man. Like I like the act of it. I have a constant back and forth, and every year I just drink a little less, and that's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you'll ever be totally out.
I don't think so
But
either.
I think that moderation is what most of us strive for.
Yeah.
In the world.
And Rayna and I collectively just have so much gratitude for you all and for supporting us and embracing the new episode and the tour and all of that. And we're just so thankful always. We couldn't do this without you, and we love the relationship that we have with our audience, most of you. And that's really the themes of my year. What about you?
You always write out these nice themes, and then I forget that we have to do themes.
No.
But no, of course, this show is such a big theme in my life and this audience, and you guys have allowed us to launch a second weekly episode, and you've been so supportive of that and came out to the tour and supported Vibes Only. And, Ashley and I always want to put our time and energy into something that you guys are really going to love, that's going to benefit your life and make you laugh or give you orgasms and give you good advice and improve your relationships with other people and yourself. And so I am just proud to spend another year on this earth doing that and making an impact in the world. I hope positively. Obviously, I bought a house for myself. It's been a big thing to work on and a huge project, and I renovated it, and I am dying to go home and see it. All I want to do is fly back home right now. I'm so excited. But we have great Christmas plans also with your family, so I'm really looking forward to that. Before I had a nephew, and I just feel so much closer, even more than I ever did, to my sister-in-law and my brother. And it's the first child in our family, and it's just been really special to share that with them. And of course, I traveled, and I rekindled this friendship in my life that was really painful that I had lost previously. And it reminded me that life is really long, and it's okay to go through painful things with people and times in your life, and you can get them back, make them better. Relationships change, they ebb and flow, and that's been a really nice thing for me. And I've always said that, but I haven't truly lost a really, really serious close friend and gotten them back in my life. And so that's been really important to me, and just a reminder that it's okay to fight with people and share your truth, and you can come back together to them. So that's been really...
That was a great part of the year.
Yeah.
That was really obviously I've been along on that ride, and it makes me emotional too to see that we didn't know.
We didn't know. Also, it's okay to extricate people from your life and be like, I'm all good.
100%. You don't have to. Sometimes friendships run their course, but that was really great because it was a touch and go. And we're glad she's back.
Yeah. I got to plan your engagement, and that was really fun and special. And I think we've done a lot professionally this year, and I've accepted LA as my home. And it took me 2 years.
Tripled down on that.
I really have struggled a lot over these years. Just where do I want to be? What does this say about me? Who am I without New York? And people are like, yeah, you talk about it a lot. But choosing to actually put roots down and be in LA. And I wouldn't have spent a dime on a renovation if I didn't think I was going to stay in that house. And just making that my own has felt really special and exciting. And it's been something fun to talk about and do. And that's it. I had a nice year. I traveled. I'm ending it with nice relationships with people in my life and a good business. And I'm happy. And we just appreciate you guys so much.
Well, let's talk about if we hit our goals.
Yeah.
So I went back to listen to the first episode of 2024. Rayna, you did pretty good. Look, all right.
I did some stuff.
Okay, so
we both wrote resolution lists.
So one thing we mentioned we wanted to do was go to Hawaii. We did that.
We did do that.
Okay. We said we wanted to explore California more.
I did that.
You did that. I feel like I did it sort of. You did it more. You went to Santa Barbara.
Well, people were.
That we said it last year.
I went to Ojai. Yeah, I had that like weird few weeks where I was having a breakdown in California because no one was there, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and then I just did everything.
Yeah,
but I do want to continue to explore California.
Okay, we're gonna do what you did accomplish. You said you want to go to Taylor Swift,
and I did do that.
You did do that. You said you wanted to buy a house.
I'm really good at spending money. If there is stuff on the list that is me spend money on a thing, I will do that thing.
Okay, here's what you didn't do. You did not go to South America. That's okay.
It's on my list this year.
We're going to get to me because I didn't do mine either.
Yeah.
And then you didn't become a therapist.
But I did spend money on it. I spent a lot of money on classes to become a sexual therapist, and I have paid for the classes, and I'll probably start them this year.
Yeah. Listen, you're on the journey.
I also said I was going to read, I think, 30 books, and I did hit 31 books.
Yeah. So also at the end of 2023, I listened back to the last year's recap a year ago. We talked a lot about your reading journey, and we also talked about crying a lot. So we said you cried a lot in 2023. You might have cried more in 2024.
I actually don't think so. I just had a very had a condensed amount of crying from like September 19th until mid-November. I cried a lot.
You bought the house to make yourself feel better.
Then I bought myself a humongous house to make myself honestly get over a boy, and it worked.
Therapeutic.
This boy was mean to me, and I bought myself a house.
So 2023 was the year of the crying voice note, and we continued it a little into 2024, but maybe less crying voice notes, just more in person IRL.
I did send you a really hysterical crying voice note in February that I didn't send.
February. Are you serious? Yes. 10 months ago, I almost voice noted you.
I remember it because I woke up and I listened to it and I was like, damn, she was sad last night. And I was really sad about something, but I didn't send it. I didn't cry as much this year. I really didn't. I cried less. I read more books.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I also read more, cry less.
Yes. I also said that I would stop saying as many mean things to myself about myself. And I really feel that I've done that this year. I feel like I talk about how good I look continuously.
I think I've glowed up. I've never felt better. You've never looked better.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So mine were... I didn't really accomplish much of my goals, but I did get engaged, which, listen, I didn't say that in the episode, but I did know I was going to, we had talked about, I knew it was coming. I wasn't going to say it on the episode. I just felt like it was a little weird.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't,
that makes sense.
I think at the end of 2023, he and I knew that would be like what we would be doing in 2024. I mean, you never know for sure.
It's implied.
Yes. Okay. It was implied. I said I wanted to go to Italy. Didn't do that.
I did.
Rayna did. Rayna stole all my goals, actually, guys. I said I want to buy a house too. Rayna stole that goal.
Yeah.
But we could have. We just, honestly, Rayna talked me out a little bit out of it.
I could have gotten engaged. I just chose not to.
Sorry. So you guys, you can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. No, I just decided it was stressing me out to plan the trip. And we just pivoted to Canada, and it was a great trip. And, maybe we'll do Italy for a honeymoon. I don't know. It just was Rain and I always do this test of if the thought of not doing it gives you a sense of relief, don't do it. You can't always do that. But, if it's something you committed to, you have to do. But he and I both were getting too stressed about planning the trip, so we didn't go to Italy. I said my main thing was I wanted to take Vibes to the next level and potentially with an investment partner. And we did grow as a company, without any of that. Vibes is still growing. It's profitable. We increased our sales. It's been a great year. We are on the up and up. And some of those things, those investment partners, whatever they may be, are super hard to get. People work on those deals for years and they fall through at the last minute. No one knows that more than us. And, it may or may not ever happen. We're cruising. We're doing great.
Also, with investors come a lot of rules from other people.
Yeah.
So listen, we love other people's money, but today, as of right now, we make the rules. And that's also really nice.
Yeah, but listen, if you're listening,
give us your money.
Yeah. But the most popular toy, we launched that cock ring, sold out in a day. I mean, that was really exciting for us. We did some really amazing launches this year that we're so proud of, the toys that we created and conceptualized and that sold so well. It was just really wonderful to see. So we love you guys supporting Vibes Only, and we love that you are buying these products because you're enhancing your sex life, you're having orgasms, you may be having more pleasure, all those things. So we just really love that. That's the goal, right? So thank you guys also. But I mean, I was saying I want something big to happen in business, but kind of what happened was this Dear Media thing. Like that wasn't on my bingo card, So obviously in June we launched with Dear Media and we signed a great deal with them for us. And that was like a big change in terms of our two businesses. And so that was something that I feel like I envisioned this big thing and like maybe that was it. It wasn't for vibes and maybe that's coming down the line. So those were my things. I did say I wanted to buy a house, but I say that every year.
You have been saying that every year.
Yeah, who's to say?
Listen,
I could do it.
there's houses.
Yeah.
You can go buy a house right now. We can walk outside. You can buy a house if you want to. You just get engaged, okay? Just do one thing.
One thing at a time.
We were talking to one of our good friends. She made me laugh so hard because she was like, I don't think I did anything this year. And we were like, you got engaged and bought a house.
What we just say is our friend Taylor. She's so funny because she got engaged and bought a house this year. And she was like, both of you will beat me to those things. And we are. She goes, Rayna will move into her house. And she was ahead of us on both of them. She goes, Ashley, you will get married before me. And Rayna, you'll move into your house before me. Like, she's just like, I'm chilling. They're good. They're about to move in.
Well, she has a fiance. She's like run all these ideas by. Every time she posts him, she's like, look at Slab Daddy picking out tiles. Like, I didn't have to do that. Me and my contractor just went and did all the things together and like, it's done.
Yeah.
And I also.
Who kind of is your man?
Also. Only man in my life. Yes. So, yeah, I didn't have anybody to run these ideas by.
And also, you can't do one thing at a time,
One thing at a time.
Yeah, they got to get in their house in order and deal with a fucking HOA. You don't have to deal with that, right? Obviously.
I don't think so.
No.
I should know.
No.
No, they live in a building.
You're not like in a community.
No, I'm not in a community.
Oh, maybe that one guy that like lives attached to your house.
We are not a community.
You guys might have like some condo situation.
Me and him are not a community.
Okay.
We share a wall. I have met all of my neighbors and everybody is so nice. And the woman who lives directly next to me, she's like a girl. She's had a baby with her husband and she came over right before we left, brought me a bottle of wine and a card and like gave me her cell phone and was like, welcome to the neighborhood. It was so, so nice.
I love that. And that is something that I did this year too, was move to a different neighborhood. And I really could not be happier. I wanted to be closer to Rayna, but also closer to the beach. And living in Santa Monica and my neighborhood has made me so happy. So it's been really great for me and Azul.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about a couple partners and then we will get back into it. I am so excited to tell you guys about Fatty 15. So this is an incredible scientific breakthrough to support your long-term health and wellness. So if you didn't know, C15 is the first essential fatty acid to be discovered in 90 years. And studies have confirmed that it's 3 times better, broader, and safer than omega-3. So because as many as 1 in 3 people worldwide may have low C15 levels and cellular fragility syndrome, which can accelerate aging-related breakdown and impair metabolic, liver, and heart health. So if you guys aren't picking up what I'm putting down, basically this is going to be a great anti-aging product to have in your repertoire. Essential nutrients keep our cells healthy, which keeps us healthy, keeps us looking great, feeling great, keeps our metabolism strong, liver and heart health again. But when you are deficient in C15, it results in weaker cells. So you're going to have less energy. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to age faster, sleep poorly, all those things. So Fatty 15 is a science-backed, award-winning, vegan and pure C15 supplement. By replenishing our cells with that essential C15 nutrient, Fatty 15 effectively repairs cells and restores our long-term health. So it's really this scientific breakthrough, like I mentioned, that's really going to help in age-related ways, keep your cells healthy, keep your body functioning better. And we just think it's something you can incorporate into your daily routine. It comes in gorgeous reusable glass bamboo jars, and refill capsules are shipped to you quarterly. And we have a deal for you guys, of course. Fatty 15 is on a mission to replenish your C15 levels and restore your long-term health. You can get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/GGE and using code GGE at checkout.
And this is a PSA for anyone who rents. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to thank us. Earning points on rent is now a reality. When you pay rent through Built, you don't have to check with your landlord to start earning points that you can use towards flights, hotel stays, fitness classes, and even your next rent payment. Let us break it down for you. There's no cost to join Built, and as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and on your everyday spending. Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties around the world you can redeem your Built points toward. Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, why not start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuild.com/GGE. That's joinbilt.com/GGE. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/GGE to start earning points on your rent payments today.
Okay.
So we have a tradition that we do a lot, and we've asked our fans what their accomplishments are, what they're so proud of this year. We did it at the live shows. It was really, really fun. And this year, I'm just so happy to see how they shook out. I mean, they're always really funny and sweet and meaningful, and I'm always so impressed by our audience. But there was some really just sweet, special ones this year that you guys submitted. So we wanted to hype you guys up and read some to you.
I mean, let's just kick it off with realizing that my greatest loves have been my girlfriends, aka decentering men or trying to. I mean, when you realize that, there's nothing better. Like I said to you recently, I think the love of my mom's life is my dad, obviously. You know, they've been together, been married 40 plus years, but I think her soulmate is Kathy. And this is my aunt. She's my godmother. And, you know, she's not related by blood, but, you know, she grew up as my Aunt Kathy. And then her daughter is like my cousin, Lindsay. And the more I see them, I mean, they've been best friends forever. And they're just still like a couple. You know, it's just really so sweet to see. Like, she's got my dad and, you know, she's got the like best friend of her life. And I just love to see that. And I think that's something we all should have. You know?
I think so too. I mean, the older I get, the more important my friends get to me. And I don't know that I felt like that in like high school as much, but as I've gotten older, certainly. And I always say one of the greatest gifts of our tour is that we get to reconnect with everybody from high school and college and long distance. And that's always so special. So yeah. Finally finding a way for my long-term, long-distance partner and I to live and work in the same place.
Must be nice. Took 6 months away from my company to travel the world and everything waited for me. I love that.
She's like, I got back. Nothing
Yeah,
changed.
your job can wait.
You guys were still doing what you were doing.
Yeah.
Survived a narcissist and dumped his immature ass.
Bought my first place alone at 24.
What was I doing at 24?
I can't even imagine.
34.
Known how to buy a house. 44.
That is great. 24?
Yeah.
That I can't believe you accomplished that. Okay, recovered from my 4-year eating disorder, and I'm finally getting a rescue dog.
Any dog ones, right up our alley. We finished construction of our first home that we designed ourselves. That's got to feel good. I can't imagine building a house. Maybe I'll do that. You know, I'm so picky. I have a problem with everything. Like, maybe I'll just build my house. So that's just exactly how I want it. I just don't know if I have the strength. That's so many. It's like years. And then I'd be over there every day like, buzz, what are you guys doing?
I've been so chill about this. Do you think that my renovation's been so easy because I'm so amazing?
Well, I don't think it's that, nothing seems that extreme.
No, it's all cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Completely gutting a house would be really tough.
So just build it from the ground up.
Getting back to running after a surprising diagnosis that impacted my breathing. I mean, when something is so integral to your day-to-day life, like exercising, and it gets taken away from you, to be able to get to do that again is so special.
Finally had a man make me orgasm for the first time instead of doing it myself.
Huge
That
deal.
is a breakthrough. You don't need it. You'll be fine without that. But that is nice to know that they can do it.
But like, I don't want to run a marathon and not cross the finish line. I'll enjoy knowing that I accomplished it, I guess.
That is true. Yeah. If you are going to have sex with men, it is nice to know they can make you come.
Like 70+% of women like can't orgasm from sex. It's tough to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Good for you, sis.
Okay.
I planned a wedding without losing any friends. Listen, that is tough. I hear so many people say that like that ended their friendships with somebody being a crazy bride.
Oh my God, am I going to lose any friends?
No, I think that you've crossed the line of the age at which that happens. I don't think you're going to have a bunch of bridesmaids and you're asking people to spend a bunch of money they don't have at this age, and then you're going to be a brat about it when they can't, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking when you lose friends planning a wedding, it's like bridal party related, bachelorette related, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not doing any of that. I mean, I'm doing a bachelorette, but it's just like come or don't, you know. Kept my baby alive all year.
I don't know if I could do it.
It's not for me. Good for you. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you keep a baby alive.
I literally don't know how. Like, how do you do that? Being a Paralympian at Paris 2024. We also had somebody sneak into the Olympic Village without getting caught. She's on this
really?
summer too.
Okay.
Weaseling my way into the Olympic Village last summer. Thanks, Paraguay.
Okay.
Did the Paraguay guards let her in?
Fixing my anxious attachment style by moving in with my boyfriend. So, she's like, I never let him out of my sight.
Yeah, I don't know if you fixed it. She's like, I didn't fix it. I found a workaround, though.
I found a workaround. She's like, I don't let him leave the house.
I know where he is at all times. I have cameras in and around the house. And she's like, I'm fixed.
No, good for you, though, girl. Okay, a few short ones. Letting go of toxic family, persisting at a job I hate. Okay.
Honestly, I really like that because I think that the advice is leave something you
Quit your
hate.
job,
And I think so many people are like, I quit my job. It was a huge accomplishment. But like, not everybody could just quit their job.
Yeah.
You and I can't quit our jobs.
Yeah, if you just have acceptance. Maybe we could. We're just going to start doing home renos. Broke up with someone for the first time. Wonder what that felt
That made me
like.
laugh.
Yeah,
Do you think that she meant like she was the person that got broke up with always?
probably. Oh, I see. And she's like, this is how it feels on the other end.
Yeah.
Now she's addicted.
Feels nice.
She's like, I'm going to start dating just so I can break up with people to feel that rush.
Feels nice to be the one that does it.
I mean, to write that was her greatest accomplishment of the year, yeah, she's going to start doing that more. She's trying to feel that.
I forgot this is her greatest accomplishment. Yeah. I ruined someone's life.
Promoted, had a baby sold. That has to be a typo. Shouldn't sell her baby. Built a house.
Where do you see this?
Promoted, had a baby sold, built a house. We might have to turn this one in.
No, I'll tell you what. No, the comma's in the wrong place.
What? Had a
She
baby.
means promoted, had a baby, and then she either sold or
sold
built a
and
house.
Okay.
She sold and built a house.
Okay, good. Because we'd have to turn that one in. You're not allowed to do that. Okay. I beat breast cancer and got a free boob job out of it, which we love. And we always have someone in these comments that is like beat cancer or going through chemo. And so we appreciate you guys like sharing that with us. And, we love to see it.
This girl said she climbed Half Dome. What's that mean?
No idea.
Well, if you climbed anything, congratulations. Booked a boudoir photo shoot.
Love
Just
it.
love to see you get all sexy. Paid off your student loans. I got bangs and I only hate them some of the time.
Okay.
Had my first threesome at 36. Applied for a permanent residency in Australia. Started my own private practice as a licensed marriage and family therapist.
Saved enough money to move to NYC and get out of Mississippi. We love it. Finally fucked my former director, and it's so good. Oh, and a raise. Are those
Which
correlated?
came first?
Yeah. She said, I'm finally fucking my way to the top. Oh, and you know what? That now, while we're here, I wanted to bring this up, but the boudoir shoot jogged my memory that I did this incredible thing that Rayna did before, and I copied her. No, but I worked with this artist while I've been here in New York. Her name is Camille Hunt, and Rayna did this. You talked about it on the podcast, probably. You talked about it, and you posted on your Instagram as well. And she's this incredible artist. Also, like, have you ever seen her other art? I mean, she's like an artist. Like she used to paint like portraits and like dogs, and she's like an incredible artist.
No, I have not.
But
you went to her actual studio. I went in Venice where she like rented a studio, did a pop-up there.
So what she does now primarily is these nude paintings. But let me explain. So she paints your body, and then you lay on this canvas essentially, like on the ground, like it's laid down, and then you kind of get the shape of your body. Like you pick a pose, and one of the most popular ones is going to be kind of like your back and your butt. And the way she places you and lays you down, and then she fills in the rest. And we'll show Rayna's on the screen if you guys are watching on YouTube. Well, you posted
you don't
them.
have yours?
I don't have mine yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So just so you guys can see a finished
It's just
product.
so funny. You're like, I did this, and we'll show Rayna's nudes.
Well, mine aren't done yet.
I did post mine on Instagram, so
Yeah,
they're pretty public.
They're out there in the world, yeah. And it was just such a wonderful experience. I mean, she's so wonderful, and I love talking with her. I mean, I was there for like 3 hours, I'm like fully naked, and had like a coffee and a pastry, and just had a nice time, and just felt so comfortable. And I love to see her doing this. I mean, she started in 2020, and you guys can book with her and get these paintings, and I did 2, so one will be for me and one will be for my fiance. But like when we eventually live together, they'll be like hanging somewhere together. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, which also if you want to have nudes of yourself hanging in your house, that's fine too. It's very Samantha Jones, but it's like it's not like oh, here I am naked. They're very artsy looking.
They're really special. I love them. And I have 4. And if you guys want to scroll back, my post is from October 20th, 2023. But It's just to meet somebody and be naked in front of them right away and to have them have the presence that makes you feel comfortable and good about your body and at home. And she's just so wonderful to do this with. And we've heard from so many listeners that they've done this and as not just a gift for their partners, but a gift for themselves.
Yes.
Has been really nice to see. And she said that she works with a lot of people that struggle with body image and that they come to her and they have this like beautiful experience with their body and being painted. And I love it so much.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it really comes down to, this empowerment that you feel and like this confidence in your body too. And, you know, of course you get this really cool, unique, beautiful piece of art out of it. But I just think like the experience is kind of like, she was like, you can bring somebody, you know, if you want to just like hang out. Like
she texted me and she was like, you should come with Ashley.
Yeah. You should come just see Ashley's pussy if you haven't seen it yet.
I was like, I see it all the time, honestly.
But she does do some in LA. Like you said, you got it done in LA. But in her studio is in Brooklyn, and it's just such an experience. I can't recommend her enough. Rayna too. And I just want to talk about it because it's like a great experience that I had while I've been here in New York. And you guys can check her out at CamilleHuntArt.com, or, you know, go to Rayna's Instagram. And I am also going to tell you while we're here about Rocket Money. Okay, so I feel like I have so many subscriptions that I don't even know about. And I recently did Rocket Money and so many different things came up and I was like, I didn't know I was paying for that. I just think this is so genius. I mean, I'm sure all of you guys listening have some sort of subscription that you didn't even know you had. And this is the perfect time as we kind of go into a new year to get organized, set goals, prioritize what matters most. And if anything financial related is going to be your goal, like that's going to be really important to kind of get rid of some of these things that are just taking money out of your pocket every month that you don't even know about because you sign up for something, you forget about it, there's a trial period, it ends, and then you're just charged month after month. One stat is 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. 85%. So if you're listening, you're probably one of those people. And you can see all your subscriptions in one place with Rocket Money and cancel the ones you're not using anymore. And so you're going to be saving more money, put it towards something that you really want, not some subscription that you're not even using. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Again, see everything in one place and you can get alerts. There's a great dashboard that gives you a clear view of everything. There's this new goals feature, which automatically saves money for you so you don't have to think about it. Pay off credit card debt, put away more money for a house, or just build your savings. Rocket Money makes it easy. So if there's one thing you're like, I don't really know where to start, but I want to be better with my finances, I want to save more money, I want to save up for something, like this is where to start. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. So you guys can cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/GGE today. That's rocketmoney.com/GGE, rocketmoney.com/GGE.
Yes, and Hinge is the dating app designed to be deleted. So while the holidays can be crazy, take a moment to pause and reflect on your dating journey over the past year. What do you want to do in 2025? And what will you do differently in your dating journey next year? Before the new year, take the time now to refresh your Hinge profile to better represent who you've grown into this past year. So prior to Ashley meeting her fiance, she used Hinge. Of course, I've always used Hinge. It is the best dating app. We've had so many success stories from friends from Hinge. They really facilitate you being able to start conversations with people, upload great photos of yourself. And when I kind of reflect on my dating life this year, you know, I always say it's not so heavy. Not everybody's going to be a match, but Hinge really facilitates a way for you to meet really great people. Get out there, grab a drink with somebody for 90 minutes, talk about the year. And this is a great time to go on dates too, because everybody wants to talk about reflections of last year and what you want to do next year and get those new holiday picks onto the app. And it's just a really amazing time to do it because I feel like everybody's resolutions in January is find a partner, get out there, date, get more exploratory. So it's a good time of year to do that. Refresh your Hinge profile early or download Hinge today and set your 2025 dating intentions now.
Okay. And we have some stories from you guys from the year, and Hinge came up in a lot of these. We picked through them and we kind of chose the best ones to read. But I do have to say, like, I was going through them and so much was like Hinge,
Yeah.
like, and not bad stuff. You know, like I met this guy on Hinge, you met this girl on Hinge. So we just love it. I didn't see any other dating apps come up. So it is the premier dating app of our audience as well. But we did ask on Instagram to send us your craziest stories or even, you know, biggest accomplishments when it comes to sex and dating this year. So we're just going to read through a few and talk about them.
We have a really sweet one if you want to kick it off with this one. It's just nice to hear a really positive one. You want to kick it off?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. In regards to the biggest accomplishment of the year, I've had a complicated history with sex due to both assault and purity culture growing up. And this year, I have truly healed and enjoying pleasure for the first time in my 30 years with no shame and regret. Sex has become fun again thanks to all the Vibes Only products, especially the second blow gel. I credit a lot of being able to enjoy and have fun with sex to you girls, your sex positive attitude, and keeping your encouraging voices in my ears week after week. Of course, I've also been in therapy for years to process the emotions as well. But your girl has doubled her body count in 2024 and hopefully get respectfully dick down with a new partner in 2025. I also got my pussy ate on my birthday for 45 minutes and had 3 consecutive orgasms.
Oh my God.
The man was trash, but the tongue was to die for.
Not the tongue. Good for her.
I mean, it's really an honor that
Yeah.
you'd say we had anything to do with it, but it sounds like you have gone to therapy, you have processed this. This is a win all on your own, and it's just a beautiful thing to hear.
Like Rayna said, it is like an honor and a privilege to help anyone on that journey. And not to get like too deep with it, and this isn't like a plug for our company, but when people have kind of any sort of sexual trauma, like masturbation and toys and things like that are a way to kind of get back into your body. I mean, a lot of people feel like they don't want to be sexual in any way, even with themselves, after dealing with whatever they may have gone through. So the fact that she could get back on the vibes, get back on the horse, get back on guys, and really heal and we could play a part in that is, I really appreciate her writing in. And we hope all you guys are getting dick down with whoever in 2025 or not.
3 consecutive orgasms. I don't have 3 consecutive orgasms. I mean, 2 in a day is probably my max.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 3 in a day once, but like I'm doing them. Mm-hmm. And it's only if I'm like playing the hits.
Right. Getting her pussy ate for 45 minutes on her birthday. I mean, happy birthday to you. She was singing the happy birthday song.
Do you think there are breaks?
We can ask. We can write back and ask. Okay, so speaking of kinky shit, which we were talking about earlier, this email, which I do want to read the beginning of it, I just thought I really love that she opened it. And she said, "Hi, ladies. I've been listening since 2020. So thankful for your podcast. I'm also a Boston girly." And then she said, "Me and my friends will be at the Friday 10 p.m. show. And I have to share, we were there the night Ashley met her fiance. So, which is just really so special that someone was there in October 2021. Like I first met him at a show. And so she says, okay, so I've been seeing this guy since March, and he was so polite sexually at first. The first time he came in my mouth, he said afterwards that he felt so bad about it. It's so funny, which was funny considering I didn't think twice. Ever since then, we have been more explorative, and he is like a kid in a candy store. He told me I am the most sexually open person he's been with, and I'm really not even doing anything crazy. One day, a few months ago, we were talking about tying me up, but we didn't have handcuffs. His solution that he shared over text was to cut the handles off a reusable grocery store bag. Sustainability. Literally crying laughing when he sent that text, and the screenshot is attached for your reference. Oh, I didn't even see the screenshot. Okay.
She sent a text message. She's like, I have proof.
Okay. He said, I might have something in store for you. And she said, what you thinking? Wink, wink. He said, I think I have a way of tying you down by your hands at least. If you're into doing it, of course. We love the consent, a consensual king. She said, hee hee, what's the way? He said, I have a few spare reusable bags that never get used. I can cut the handles off. They should be long enough, LMAO. I know, it's not the sexiest. She said, ha ha ha, I'm dead. We are sending them our kink links, by the way. I'm going to send them, or maybe I can get it. At this point, I'll bring him to the show for her.
Okay, when I first read this email, this is not what I digested this as. I thought he used the bags to like tie her hands to
the handles.
He took the handles off the bags.
Yeah.
But like he could have tied her hands with the bags. Like, like you could make like a tube out of the bag and then tie your hand to the headboard.
I think you're thinking of like a plastic bag.
I'm thinking of a grocery store bag.
Reusable grocery store bag. That's like a bag.
Trader Joe's bag.
Well, I mean, it could be a number of things, but I'm thinking it's more like the handle's a little nylon. It's a reusable bag.
The nylon handles.
You can't tie a reusable bag around anything.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Okay. So she said, at first I was laughing too hard for us to do it, but then I was like, whatever, I'd like to be tied up. So he did, and honestly, it was fine. I couldn't even tell. Anyway, after hooking up for 9 months, we just made official last week. He's now my boyfriend after not being in a relationship for 8 years. Hopefully there's more weird sexually exploratory stuff to come. I love this.
I love a guy that is so impressed by how sexually advanced you are. She's like, I wasn't even doing anything.
I wasn't even doing anything crazy.
She's like, that's how you get a boyfriend after 8 years.
Yeah.
Next email. The company I worked for the past 5 years has been eliminating roles to cut costs, maximize profits. Oh my gosh, so much business talk. And unfortunately, my role was recently eliminated. I was going through a wave of emotions and should have gotten my emotions out in therapy, but I struggle crying in therapy, which is something I'm working on. Anyways, I was having sex with my partner later that evening and doing our standard dirty talk. I said, "Are you going to give me your cum?" And instead of saying, "Yeah," per usual, he said, "We'll see." It caught me off guard, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And such a plot twist that I started cracking up and couldn't stop laughing. I also happen to be a crier when I'm historically laughing. So then I started...
Hysterically?
She wrote historically. I think she was like historically
I'm
when
a
I've
crier.
laughed. Historically, when I laugh, I cry.
But also hysterically? I've got to know if it's hysterically or historically.
She's like, historically about me. So then I started laughing, crying, and since I had such a buildup of emotion, it quickly turned into actual crying. At this point, my partner has pulled out. I'm just full on crying. I was unhinged and quite the range of emotions within an approximately 1 minute of span of time. Fortunately, I have an amazing partner who gets me and did not make me feel judged. It was embarrassing, but also felt great to have the emotional release, to be honest.
Yeah.
I later asked him what the "we'll see" was about. He was trying a different talk track. I think I scared him from going off script again. "We'll see" is so funny.
So funny.
"We'll see" is fuck around and find out. It's who's to say.
It is who's to say. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You gonna give me your crumb? I don't know. We'll
that
see.
would stop me dead in my tracks. Oh, I'm not doing good enough?
We'll see.
He's like, if you step it up, maybe.
Would you rather hear that from a new partner or a longtime partner?
Well, they're so different. Like, "we'll see" with my current partner would stop me dead in my tracks because I'm like, what? Because I know what you say. "We'll see" with a new partner, I'd be like, I guess we'll see. I guess that's his dirty talk.
You would take it more chill with a new partner.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what he's about.
Oh, I feel like with a new person, I'd be like, "What did you just say to me?"
No, I'd be like, maybe he's being coy. He's going to fill me up. Like, I'd be like, he's just trying to, be funny or be sexy. He just thinks this is hot. I'll tell him later it's not. But with my current partner, I'd be like, "Sir, what was that?"
Could you have picked a less
He's
sexy
probably going to do
line?
it now.
You gonna come for me? I don't know.
He's definitely going to do this Saturday now. on our little getaway in La Jolla. He's going to hit me with the "we'll see."
We'll see. That is so funny. All right, well, you never think you're gonna hear that in bed, but yeah,
Sometimes you do.
sometimes you do.
It's the who's to say of dirty talk. Okay, well, thank you guys for submitting your dating stories of 2024. Maybe we end it with one of our own.
I was like, Ashley's not gonna have any. This is on me.
Yeah, can you imagine?
I was like,
plot
maybe?
twist.
I know.
As I've been on Hinge this year.
I was like, maybe I was trying to like think, do you have any like crazy like a waiter was like really crazy or the restaurant was crazy? You got food poisoning? Nothing.
Well,
What
I
about
tell
you?
everything on the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it was flight attendant related.
I know,
I've
I'm
had
thinking
stories all
everything.
year, but I just share them with you guys.
Yeah. I've had a lot of dates this year. They've been a mixed bag of some weirdness.
Yeah.
I had a guy that I was telling him about my childhood and just like how nice it was to have a dad that like took us to a lot of activities. And so we went to like the zoo and the library, and he was like, "The library?" And I was like, "Yeah, like the library." And he was like, "Why the fuck? I think that was just you guys." And I was like, "I think a lot of kids go to the library." And he was like, "I think that's like just your like weird family." And I was like,
no.
"I think people take their kids to the library."
I live right by a library. There's kids in there all the time with their parents.
The Pittsburgh Carnegie Library is a beautiful, like, architectural, like, it's wonderful. And also, I was like, "What is your problem?" And I was like, 6. And he was like, "Oh, I thought you were like, 14, 15. And I was like, "No, you didn't."
But even so, maybe I like to read. Why are we library shaming? My mom was a librarian. I fuck with a library.
I also forgot about that.
Yeah.
I should have been like, also my business partner's mom's a library.
Yeah.
And I read a lot.
This is librarian shaming.
And then I met him for a date with some friends, and we asked what his hobbies were, and he told us he likes to rap. He likes to make up his own lyrics and rap.
Average white guy.
Yeah. It's weird that I
rapping
read.
on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're weird for going to the library.
Yeah. He talked about how he likes to walk to work and make up raps, which I wouldn't have made fun of if he didn't make fun of my dad for taking us to the library.
But like, weren't you were with friends who were like super funny, and like, did they ask him to rap?
They did ask him to rap.
And he didn't rap.
He didn't rap. He had a lot of interesting quirks. Nice enough guy, but
then you're not a rapper. If you can't just spit it
bust
out. Yeah, if you can't just like spit some bars right now. Like if you were like, "Hey, Ashley, I know you like to do yoga. I'll show you a flow right now."
What
I
if
don't
I
need an
said-
instructor. I'll start flowing right away. Like, I know my hobbies.
What if I said, tell me a joke?
If you used to tell me a joke to me,
Yeah.
well, it's annoying. But I'd be like, I've been telling jokes. You haven't been picking up?
That is the one thing that you're like, well, you're a comedian. It's like, yeah, I've been being funny all day.
Yeah, like if someone was like, tell me a joke, I'd be like, I've been doing that. You've been laughing.
I forgot, Ashley. That guy brought me that plant.
That same guy.
Yeah.
I want to get to the plant. But yes, if someone was like, it's annoying to be like, do it right now, but yeah, I could fucking do it, you know?
Yes.
I guess it's similar. But like, I just feel like if you're a rapper, like when you say like, I'm not going to do it, it makes me just think you can't.
Well,
You don't have any
jokes
like, rhymes in the bank.
just like asking a surgeon to like perform it right now. It's like there's prep that needs to go into this. There's jokes have like setups.
I don't need to prep. It's just a little awkward to just start telling a joke.
But if
I
you
don't-
say you're a rapper,
I don't think it's awkward to start rapping at any time.
I don't think so either. Rhyme me a couple bars.
Also, wasn't he trying to impress you?
It wouldn't have impressed me, so that was good that
Yeah.
he didn't do that. He was a nice person. We went on 3 dates. They were progressively worse.
They did get worse every time.
The first one was really good. I was really excited about it. The
Same.
second one, he asked me what kind of flowers I like, and we were like, oh my gosh, so giddy that he was gonna like bring me flowers, and they brought me a plant that I had to carry with me all night that he did not
Unbelievable.
carry for me.
When you showed me that plant and you guys went to the proper in Santa Monica, I was like, that plant looks like the decor of the hotel.
It was a
I was like,
succulent.
they probably thought you were stealing decor. I dare you to bring me something I have to carry around all night. That is unhinged. I don't even want to carry an umbrella when it's raining. I have to carry a succulent now.
First of all, we went to a restaurant that I thought made a reservation for, and I said to him,
Another
it's
red
busy.
flag. Yeah.
And so I pulled up, and he's like, here, I got you this plant. And then I realized that he doesn't have a reservation, which I don't care. I'm solo maintenance. I don't really need to go out to dinner. We could have gone to a bar, but you said reservation at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And so we had to get in the car and go somewhere else. So I had to carry my succulent to another hotel, and then it just sat on the table with us through our whole
Like
dinner.
it's part of the decor. It's so wild to bring that to somebody. It's crazy to bring somebody something in a pot.
So it just had to sit there. It did look like it was part of the decor at the proper hotel. It really did.
Yeah, I would have just left it. Like, oh, that's so weird. I don't know. I put it down, and they must have cleared it.
I kept it
The
out.
server must have cleared it.
Do you ever like just want to talk to the server so bad? You're like, I need him to go to the bathroom so that somebody can talk to me about this. He did some weird stuff. So that wasn't going to work out.
Yeah, we had high hopes.
I really had high hopes about that one. I had my first fight with somebody on a date this year.
Yeah.
He was also really rude to the server. I did go back in and apologize to her and gave her an extra tip.
Yeah.
But it didn't just teach me to, just be light about this stuff and easy. So I've just been asked a question. Why didn't he carry the plant for me? I don't know.
It's crazy. Like, guys are supposed to carry stuff for you. I haven't carried something in like a year and a half, and neither of you when my fiance's around. He is like a pack mule when he is around. He carries our stuff. Same with any guy. Like,
Yeah.
when we're in Denver, Brian carries all our stuff.
Totally.
Like, you're not really supposed to. I mean, call me old school, but it's just like, why wouldn't he carry that? He's like, I brought her this thing, and now she's got to hoof it around.
And it was in a box. It was like a plant in a box. And yeah, that should have been like a huge red flag. But I kept it outside my house. I let it slowly die outside the house. I threw that away, and I threw a housewarming gift from somebody that also gave me a plant. So I threw away some plants when I moved out of the house. So we're hoping for some better dates in 2025.
New house. If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing.
come all over the house.
Come all over the house. Okay, well, thanks for sharing to Rayna and to everybody. We're going to have a strong 2025, and we will have an episode early January, the first episode of the year, and we will share our goals at that time that we may or may not fulfill.
I'm going to be a little more chill about them.
Yeah. But thank you guys again, as always. It was a great year, in terms of the podcast and some changes and moving over to a network and the cover art change and the tour and the new episode. And you guys have been along on the ride, and we're coming up on 7 years of doing this in February, and it's still going strong, and we still love doing it. We're going to keep doing it and just keep it rolling. And we love you guys.
Yeah. So happy holidays if you're going home or not. Just we hope you have a great holiday and a wonderful, beautiful new year. And we'll see you in 2025.
Yeah. Girlsgottaeat.com, of course. Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Ash Hess. Rayna is Rayna.Greenberg. Subscribe on YouTube. Get those Vibes Only vibrators at vibesonly.com. And we will see you next year.
Have a good rest of your year, guys.
Bye.